In that day the Lord with his sore and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. In that day sing ye unto her, a vineyard of red wine. I the Lord do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Fury is not in me. Who would set the briars and thorns against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together. Or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. He shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. Hath he smitten him, as he smote those that smote him? Or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him? In measure, when it shooteth forth, thou wilt debate with it. He stayeth his rough wind in the day of the east wind. By this therefore shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged, and this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he maketh all the stones of the altar as chalk stones that are beaten in sunder, the groves, and the images shall not stand up. Yet the defenced city shall be desolate, and the habitation forsaken, and left like a wilderness. There shall the calf feed, and there shall he lie down, and consume the branches thereof. When the boughs thereof are withered, they shall be broken off. The women come and set them on fire, for it is a people of no understanding. Therefore he that made them will not have mercy on them, and he that formed them will shew them no favor. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall beat off from the channel of the river unto the stream of Egypt, and ye shall be gathered one by one, O ye children of Israel. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown, and they shall come which were ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and the outcasts in the land of Egypt, and shall worship the Lord in the holy mount at Jerusalem. This is one of those chapters that the people who are highly literal get very creative with. They try to explain the word Leviathan as meaning some sort of great, huge, horrible Loch Ness type monster that lives in the ocean that mankind has never found. The word dragon is interpreted as some great lizard that lives in the desert someplace, and serpent could be anything. I've had one guy tell me there's a 150-foot long snake that lives in South America. Actually, the dragon and the serpent are both names, other names for Satan. If you look up Revelation chapter 12 verse 9, dragon is there, I think, and I'm not sure if the serpent is too. Leviathan is another name, but not just for Satan. It is Satan, but it is Satan, we believe, along with all the people that actively support him. And there are lots of those. And there are all of those people who, or could be, I'll put it tactfully, could be, including those people who support Satan by not opposing Satan. In other words, those people who will not stand up for what's right. That would be scary to be in that category. But there's a lot of people there. Now, as far as Jerusalem is concerned, which is the second item that comes up, before Jacob is restored, Jerusalem is the defenced city, and that God built, basically. And that was saying city of David was a part of that, but Jerusalem is a defenced city, and it will need to be, it will be desolate. It will be made desolate. If you had seen pictures of it in 1900, before the people started to return, Jewish people started to return in any numbers, it was a wreck. A total, abysmal, desolate wreck. I know the people who were living there at the time wouldn't necessarily agree, but compared to what it is now and what it was at the time that Isaiah was talking about, it was a disaster. Now, next it talks about the branches. It says, when the branches are withered, okay, they will be broken off and they'll be cast into the fire. Now, the branches are the 12, are all the tribes of Israel, all the families of Israel. When they are wicked, they will be broken off from the living in the land of Israel, and they will be burned. And burned means destroyed. In this particular case, we know that they were taken, the 10 tribes were taken, and they vanished into the north, and that Judah and Benjamin and whoever else was left, the Levites and others, were taken to Babylon. They were taken off of their vineyard where they were growing, and they were destroyed as a people, as a nation at least. And the interesting thing is that if you understand how olive trees are cultured, there is a fabulous parallel between how you look after an olive vineyard, olive orchard, and how the Lord looked after Israel. You know, prepared a place for them, planted them in there. When they brought forth wild fruit, as sometimes happens with olive trees, they'll bring forth wild olives that are bitter and small and all the rest of it, instead of the cultivated kind, which are bigger and have more oil and they're a whole lot tastier. And then what you do is you cut off the branches off the tree that have the whole branches that have the wild olives on them, and you graft in other branches. And the Lord did everything he possibly could to see to it that Israel, he was patient with them. He pruned, he digged, he fertilized it, he protected them, he did everything he could. And only when the trees, all the branches on all the trees, were wild, were corrupt, were withered, did he say, well, I guess you need to go someplace else and have a different experience, but I will check on you later.